Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It's like Donahoe, left-handed trigger for your mini VP Racing and Ed P. Get in there before stream actually started. Give me a 5x5 if you're direct and live in that crispy audio. Guaranteed synced up first try this time, gentlemen. Thank you for waiting. Transition. Let's light this candle. Finally back to it. Finally back to it, right? Every single day that I used to do my streams, I tried to make some kind of good improvement. Here I am chewing gum on stream. Nice. That's the way to do it, dog. That's the way to do it. Start your stream strong. Thumbs up, right? Quality, quality. Nothing but the best here. Nothing but the best here. Hopefully you guys do definitely recognize, though, that we have a better camera in front of you. I wanted to use this camera yesterday, but I couldn't figure out how to actually turn off all of the data that's on the screen while the touch screen is open and have that not transmit to my screen. So instead of giving you guys a stream with a bunch of stuff all the way around it that you don't care about, and it actually makes my frame look very trash, I decided to go with a camera I know and love, which I've been using for a few years now. This is a different one. Hopefully it's a better experience. If you do like it, definitely smash that thumbs up and hit 5x5 in the chat. M. Donahoe, welcome once again, member in the chat. Let's see who else is here. Mr. Bill, what up? Beef Wellington, what up? What up? Welcome to the chat. It's good to have everybody here this morning. It's good to have absolutely every single person here this morning. Thankful for such a positive stream yesterday, and I did notice that you guys were dead on the nail as far as the first 45 minutes or so being almost unwatchable with that gap in the sync as far as the audio and the video. Today we're doing our absolute best to give you the crispiest show possible. Hopefully we are synced up. Throw synced in the chat if we're looking good. Garrett Gallant, moderator in the chat. Welcome, Garrett. Welcome. Cheers. Damn. Super fog on the glasses. That's hot coffee, brothers. Hot coffee, hot coffee. Hit one button on the camera real quick. Booyaka. All right, better, much better. Now, when I bring you guys in nice and crispy, it should absolutely focus out, right? This is the beauty of good imaging. This is it. It's the autofocus that just don't miss. So yesterday, when I wanted to actually show you guys something cool with the fiber optics that I was showing you, hopefully I would have been able to do a significantly better job. And you know what? They're actually still laying here, so I'm just gonna do it. Not so much for the people in the chat, but just for myself, so I can see it on the playback. Right, here we go. Here we go. What are we looking like here? What are we looking like here? Oh, that's way better. That's a way better lens than yesterday, boy. Oh my goodness. You know what though? That's a different. Hold on one second. We're gonna nerd out for a second. That's the difference between the 1-inch sensor in the camera that I was previously using and the ASPC sensor that's in this camera in front of you. ASPC sensor, roughly narrowed down, 10 times better than a smartphone, 3 times better than the previous camera we were on. It's one step below a full frame 35mm sensor, which you guys probably don't care about, but it doesn't make a difference because there's no real difference in YouTube quality between ASPC and 35mm. So this is our new happy place. This is our new home. It's very attainable for everyone. Whole camera, if you wanted to get your YouTube channel to this level, the whole camera, including the base lens, shipped to my door less than $1,200, and it's got the same exact sensor as the A6700, which is like $1,600. So if you're looking for a solid upgrade for your channel, I definitely do recommend this. Mark Bostic in the house. What up? What up? Good morning, sir. See who else is trickling in. Wasn't even allowed to join the chat on yesterday's live. It's weird. You know what? There were some technical foibles yesterday, and I can't discount YouTube as far as being the cause of all of those problems, just based on the fact that, like, I'm rusty, brothers. I feel like I was one of the. I'm looking right at every single person who was there back in the day, but I feel like I was one of like the grassroots, first on the field originators of the Airgun live stream MO. Like the way that whole style progressed, I feel like I definitely had at least a strong hand in originating that. So it's cool to see it coming all the way back around like this. And we've always tried to bring you guys a better show each and every time. I think the people who were here back in the day do remember that. Remember we tried to like BTV, we had multiple cameras, we had video game segments, we had all of it. It was kind of like the golden era of it. Long story short, I'm rusty. I can't blame YouTube for everything. technical problems we saw yesterday hopefully have disappeared in today's stream. Hopefully we're synced up, looking crispy, and we got some great stuff to talk about. First thing we're going to talk about, just because it makes everybody uncomfortable in the room, and boy, I love doing that. Let's talk about home defense around the holidays. Home defense around the holidays is something that should be on your mind, even if it's only in the background of your mind and not necessarily something that you focus on in your every single conversational basis. Why is that? It's because, you know, people do see whose house the Amazon trucks stop at. They do see, you know, what the deal is. People are creatures of opportunity, and the people who are out there looking to take advantage of situations like that absolutely map patterns like that. I'm telling you, I'm not paranoid. It's not that hard to follow an Amazon truck around, right? So, like, these things do happen more around the holidays because people are more willing to open their pocketbooks and spend on good gifts for others. And they know it's going to be like the one time a year between like October and like the end of January is going to be a hot season for thieves. So I think it's extremely viable, even though it's frowned on AF, to talk about home defense around the holidays. And I think that the number one thing that we really should like look at as a model of what real airgun home defense means around the holidays is this video right here. Oh my God, look at that. I think I'm actually going to be able to make this transition. Am I going to be able to do this? There's no way. There's no way. Am I going to be able to do it? I think I am. Transition. Transition. Okay. Okay. What we have in front of us, if you're a real one out there and you're like the same age as me, which is about 4,000 years old, you would know that this is the movie Home Alone that I don't want to play on live stream because I don't want to be banned. I don't want to get no copyright strikes, right? But I definitely do want to make a point here. This son of a bitch got in this house and he had no credentials, no badge number, no warrant, and no body cam. This is an outlandish principle in today's world, but it's a theory that thieves still use to this day. Let's talk about it. What are we saying here? We're saying that it's not uncommon for somebody to say they're a PG&E worker. It's not uncommon for somebody to say, hey, I'm with the utility company, we got blah, 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 and just stand there in a vest that they bought at the flea market, a high visibility vest so that you think that there's some type of city employee, and then you open that door, you got a gun in your face. It's definitely one of those things where that premise right here of having a fake uniform or outfit to try and gain access to a location, the premise of an officer no longer valid in my mind because I'm not opening the door for the cops for sure unless they have a warrant, and I would for sure be able to see on my cameras if bro's got a body cam, like almost read his badge with my cameras, right? So it's like it's a different world, but the idea that someone could come to your house in a uniform that is not saying, hey, I'm a criminal outright, that is a valid fact, and I think that we do definitely have to take a look at that. That's extremely important. I think that the other thing that we need to look at is where has our value gone, right? Where has our value gone? What do we have here? Oh well, I'm not gonna lose the train of thought as far as trying to scroll through to exactly what point without playing the movie. But here's the point: after they talked with that cop, they bought 10 pizzas. 10 large pizzas for $122.50. So it was an old world that they lived in with an old mentality and an old price. If you bought 10 large pizzas today, had them delivered, even if it was only one topping, you're looking at the better part of $500, right? I mean, that's literally what you're looking at, probably a better part of $500 to have 10 pizzas delivered, $50 a pop, delivery, everything else out the door, mountain mics, large pizzas. That's what it's going to cost. So it's an interesting thing. You see the span of time has passed just based on what things cost, and that once again points to that outdated mentality of just letting the cop in your house. Do not let people pass that threshold unless they have a valid reason and providence to do so, and even then, be selective. That's the point here. That's the point here. What else do the notes say? What else do the notes say? At 29 minutes and 30 seconds into this video, bro is accosted for the first time, right? 29 minutes and 30 seconds into this video, he is accosted for the very first time. And he, at that point, realizes that there is someone outside. He has no ability, no cognitive ability to use a system like cameras to gain an oversight of the situation and see exactly what is transpiring outside of his four walls. All he knows is that there is an unknown noise. Hold on, I think I got a super chat. Let's absolutely check in and give the credit where it's due, baby. Our Ranch Airgun Fun Channel, what up, what up, what up, what up? Jay, $5, what up? What semi-full auto airgun would you recommend as a most reliable? Pistols, bullpups, big boys, looking for 25 to 30 caliber, at least 10 round mag. Hats on Blitz, Blitz gang, Blitz gang. Absolutely hats on Blitz, 30 caliber. It's just a good gun. I would get it. I would definitely get it. 100%. Are we buffering at all? Are we looking crispy? Somebody drop down 5x5 in the chat. Back to the lecture at hand. Back to the lecture at hand. Here's the point. Bro had no oversight. Bro had no oversight. There is a difference between a security measure and a defensive measure. I view that cameras are security measures and not a defensive measure, because even though they provide oversight, there is no defensive capability, right? You don't have turrets. So, point being, if you do not have cameras to be able to see outside your home, you are no more advanced than a movie that was made in 1990. It is up to the dark heart of your imagination to go ahead and tell you what is outside. And oftentimes when we self-diagnose ourselves, it's worse than it actually is in reality, right? You get some weird pain in your gut, you diagnose yourself, all of a sudden it's like, you know, the pancreatic big K, all of a sudden it's crazy. It gets out of hand in a hurry. Those cameras can dispel so much fear just by giving you a strong oversight of what's out there. I don't even have the most advanced cameras, but I could hit a button on my phone and the light will turn on the camera for sure. I could make a little siren go off on my camera. I don't ever use a siren because it's obnoxious, and all my neighbors be like, what the hell is this guy playing with sirens for, right? But the fact of the matter is that security measure brings people into the modern world that they should at this point be living in, considering criminals are also more modernized than they were previously when this movie was made, and give themselves at least the tactical oversight of knowing what's around the proverbial corner. I don't think just having cameras will stop a crime. I don't think that just having cameras will stop a criminal from entering your home if they are bent on doing so. But you might have what I consider the window of opportunity, right? Time buys you option. Awareness buys time. So if you're aware, you get the time, you get the options, you have the ability to potentially be more successful in a defensive engagement than if they had the drop on you. I don't care what kind of situation it is. If somebody walks around down your hallway and has you you're on your couch, or they go for a gun and you go for a gun, and in public, it's like the draw for draw, drawing from a drop, working from a drop, coming back from a drop, trying to counter a drop. It sucks. It sucks. I don't see a lot of successful videos in defensive breakdowns as far as the defender coming out unscathed when they draw from that drop. So, long story short, good thresholds coupled with oversight of cameras, definitely going to be something that's going to be an asset to you as the holiday season continues to evolve. I think that this is probably going to be one of the heavier property crime seasons, just based on the way that the state of things is at this point, and the potential of incoming tariffs, as well as the added factor of like just general civil unrest. You know, 1 out of 2 people in the country is kind of upset right now. So you got to figure that this is an opportune time. It's the ripe time for people of opportunity to take advantage of those not paying attention. And I beseech you, I implore you, get ready so you don't have to stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. You know what I mean? It's important. It's important. Let's see what the chat says. Thanks, man. You got lots of people talking shit, but I see you've had good luck. You know what? I love the Blitz, dude. My Blitz is good. Mr. Bill, welcome back. I kind of feel the same way. The Blitz is a must-have, dude. It's a good gun. The Blitz is a good gun, 100%. I can't say enough solid things about the Blitz. It is a good rifle. I did have one out earlier, but then I thought, you know what? YouTube might hate if I just have this stuff laying everywhere. So I decided to clean my space up a little bit. Let's see what my actual space looks like. Where's the ZV1 only? Bam, transition. Hey! Bright, well-lit frame, right? Contrasting colors, smiling, bushy tail, bright-eyed. Here I am. Here I am. Really liking these, by the way. These are a cheap investment, 39 bucks on these headphones, and it made an absolute world of difference on the stream because I am listening in perfect sync, which gives me the ability to dictate to my camera in better sync than I would be previously. Speech depends on how you hear it, and if you can't hear it right, you're never going to speak it right. So it's definitely been an upgrade. Can't believe that the spatial upgrade of just 39 bucks. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Definitely do throw it down if you're enjoying this stream. Want to make it an enjoyable project for everybody involved. Cheers. That's a good one. That's a good one right there. Lock in with me, dudes. Lock in with me, dudes. Here, I'm going to tell you guys a story. It's going to happen at 31 minutes and 23 seconds into the Home Alone movie. At 31 minutes and 31 minutes and 23 seconds into the Home Alone movie, that kid has an awakening. The homestead mentality awakening. He's laying there under his parents' bed, completely terrified. And he realizes no one's coming to save him. He is his own first responder and the man of the house, which means something. It does mean something. I don't care what anybody else says. Being the man of the house, shit's a valuable asset. It does mean something. Under that bed, he came to his awakening moment. He admitted his own weakness. He's like, only a wimp would be here under a bed. And he goes downstairs and he yells out in the street, I'm not afraid anymore. And he sees that dude that's allegedly a serial killer. And then he runs inside terrified, you know, and we all see the truth. We all see the truth that he is still afraid, but now he's not afraid to take action. That's the key. That's the key. Bro still had the fear, but no longer was afraid to act on it. All right. I'm trying not to have you guys relive my coffee as I relive my coffee. Blitz is a must-have. I agree with that. Use this button. What's everybody doing out there? How's everybody's Sunday morning going? We've got a lot to talk about. Got a lot to really deal with. I have a better camera as stated previously, so I wanted to go ahead and show you something kind of cool. YouTube has been letting me get away with significantly more. I think that they see the writing on the wall that you can't just like censor everything you feel is a conservative thing or a negative thing from your own personal perspective if it's not actually a negative thing. So they've been letting me get away with significantly more 3D printing content as long as I'm very, very, very clear that it's not for firearms. And inside of that, I feel like it's been very helpful for the community to be able to see like some different aspects of this hobby that maybe a lot of other people aren't yet talking about. I think it's a good avenue to go ahead and look and see what options are out there for things people might not have thought of, like ammo. What do you mean, Mac? I mean that transition. The world of filament is getting good. Multiple colors can be on one row. You see tan and green. It's two color tan and green for my for my GK1, Human GK1, and the airgun world is evolving so rapidly that I think it's important to pay attention to other industries like 3D printing that are evolving equally as rapidly. I mean, these multicolored filaments, even a few years ago, weren't on the market, and this two-color one from Polymaker is pretty okay. I personally, I liked the old Vietnam triple color that I was able to find a couple of rolls of, but nobody else liked it. I think it's because this is kind of more of too much of an emerald green to go with the gradient colors that are actually inherently on the rest of the pieces, but this is a good gradient, and I do like the direction that filament is going. Once again, it's for the Huben GK1 pre-charged pneumatic 25 caliber pistol, and it just adds it to, a little bit of capability by turning it into a carbine. This was from MACABESPEED.com, but these color options are not available on my site because I don't think anybody likes them. So I'm more of the raising the awareness on this as opposed to trying to sell this to you guys. I think that if we have capabilities that we sleep on, it's just a matter of time until we lose things we don't even know are out there, right? Because I think that We Break for Squirrel made a very poignant comment in his most recent video. He said that all updates are is a way to remove features. And I was like, damn, bro has it dialed. And I was like, I noticed that there's a certain level of, as I update devices or as I update my drones or as I update this, that, and the other thing, a little bit of capability that I used to just be able to freely use gets slowly eroded out from under me. And I'm like, this can't really be happening, can it? And then I asked my wife to print out the other day's batch of mailing labels for the packages we were going to send out, and she's like, it would be best if we can try and get all of these labels filled up before we print them, because it's 10 cents a page from HP on our account to have to print this. And I was like, what? We bought the ink. How is it 10 cents a page? And she's like, yeah, we bought the ink, but the printer won't work unless you activate the ink, and you have to have an account to activate the ink, and the printer has, I'm like, we don't own shit. We have like a leased inkjet printer that we buy the unlock Windows key plugin to have the privilege to use. And because we're using it, we still have to pay 10 cents a page, some number like that, 2 cents a page, 10 cents a page, something like that, to be able to use that item. And I'm like, you know what? It's crazy. It really is crazy. The more that they update, quote unquote, update things in the guise of efficiency, the more usability you tend to lose. We kind of circle it all back around. I think that we should stay up on evolving technologies like 3D printing. I think that we as a community should stay up on different materials that are out there. I think that the more time goes by, the more viable 3D printing is going to be, and they're going to try to throw the clamps on that as well. So I think that, A, stay abreast of the stuff that's out there, right? If you see an industry evolving, if you see a lot of people starting to make parts a certain way, if you see a lot of stuff starting to be done a certain way, look into it, educate yourself, see what's going on. That way you don't get left behind. I mean, there was this whole group of people back in the 90s that was like teaching kids the internet. I was one of the kids that got taught the internet. They literally taught this in school in like 7th grade, and these teachers were adamant, if you don't learn this, you're going to get left behind. And I realized only in my later years that I was one of the kids that didn't grow up with the internet. So there was a period of time before I ever had it. And if I'd have missed that curve, I wouldn't be in front of you today, right? Like I wouldn't even be here today doing this crazy overlay 4K HD capture card stream. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here because I wouldn't have the basal knowledge like that I was given when the technology tide turned. That's really what happened. They instructed me. They were like, hey, if you don't get this, you're going to be left behind. And I feel like right now 3D printing kind of is the same thing. It kind of is the same thing. These are really achievable drawings. It took me a couple weeks to make this drawing, right? But anybody with an intelligent mind and a willing spirit and a willingness to go ahead and try and like apply themselves once they learn a skill set, you can do the same type of stuff. So long and short of it, educate yourself on evolving technologies and don't update stuff unless you absolutely it becomes unusable, because I'm telling you, the more you update stuff, I can't agree with We Break for Squirrel more. The more you update stuff, the more features they're going to start to neuter from you 100%. I believe in that. Let's see what the chat says. Wondering if my chat is Oh, oh, I know it. Um, Mr. Bill, why is YouTube interrupting ads with a live stream? I don't have the answer to that, but I think that my Roomba is trying to dock. I did hear the Roomba docking noise. So there's that. There's that. There's that. Let me close the door so that there's less background noise in case you're listening to my home life. Coming back to that though, because they are tightening the reins on drones. Is this too early of a time to be streaming? If this is too early of a time to be streaming, definitely do throw it down. I want to be there at peak time when you guys are ready to see it. Yeah, Jay, no, it's a real thing. It actually is a real thing, 100% real thing. They are clamping on people as far as the printing is concerned. I didn't realize it until my wife made me aware, but now that I'm aware of it, I can never unlearn it. Let's see. Like sitting here looking at my whiteboard going intro, home alone talk, comparisons of camo. What's the next thing on the list? Back to giveaways. Back to giveaways. Cheers. I want to see some people smash some like. I want to see some people smash some like. We're going to talk about the giveaways right now. Yeah, it's instant, so definitely do throw something down. Mark Bostic, they are tightening the reins on flying drones, and I feel like I'm gonna like potentially get out of drones because of that. It's totally trash. I was there though. You want to see? YouTube it. Oh no, the Roomba was docking. The Roomba definitely was docking, Mister. But in addition to whatever YouTube is doing, the Roomba was definitely portraying its evil as well. Let's see. Let's see. I was part of it though. I was part of it. I was there. I was part of the golden age of drones in general. I did some of the most bomb shit that people did with drones in the history of drones. Maybe not all that, but it was cool. Check it out. I am putting on a video. Just run with this one. Does it work? Boom. Transition. This is the Antioch Speedway videos that I used to shoot. This is all drone footage. This is all drone work. I have a license to fly a drone at sporting events. I have the Part 107 commercial pilot license to fly a drone. I did all of this drone work. This was like what I was into, right? So it's like I definitely did enjoy that. And I this was probably one of the coolest things I ever filmed. I would definitely say that when I started doing uh the YouTube airgun stuff, it definitely was lower energy than the stuff I was previously used to filming. I mean, these dudes are outlaws, you know what I mean? And they go out here every Saturday night on a dirt track and throw down. And if there's any drama on the track, believe me, it's following you into the pits. So this was a hell of an environment. I can't say enough good things about Antioch Speedway. I love this place so much, and I do wish I still filmed there. I do wish that I still filmed there. This was a very dynamic style of filming. I wish that in general I was still able to go ahead and film dynamic stuff like that in such a way. Like I don't know, I would like to go out and like get assigned to a fire truck or get assigned to like a police battalion or get assigned to like first responders or film shit like that. That would be very exciting to me. I like filming stuff, right? I'm a film guy at the heart of it. Let's see who's in the chat. I see a chat person. Producer Steve, what up? Morning, Mac. Hell yeah, grabbing coffee. Coffee, brother. Coffee, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. I bet you it's wet out there on that range, dog. I bet you I'd be stuck like Chuck, sitting there trying to put logs under my two-wheel drive tires. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. Legitimately wet. Hopefully, we will one day get back out to the range, though. Let's see what else is up there. Oh yeah, back to giveaways. Back to giveaways. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Turn down the background noise here. Bang. I want to get back to giveaways. I liked doing giveaways. Making winners made me happy because I have a lot of stuff and it's actually gotten to the point where it's like kind of chaotic. My old way of doing stuff would be when things get really chaotic, just throw everything away. Get boxes and just start throwing shit away. So instead of throwing shit away like I would in my 20s, you know, I think I'm going to go ahead and give stuff away to people who could really use it. So like not like my entire collection, right? But I have a lot of redundancies in my collection. And at the end of the stream, I'm actually going to go ahead and kind of like, you know, show you guys what's going on everywhere and get a good wide angle view of what really is happening so that we can kind of see an inventory of some of the giveaways we got going on coming up. I want to make it really clear on how you have to win this though, because there has been some confusion in the past on exactly what it takes to win these giveaways. It's not possible to do a fair giveaway live. I have enough experience now at this point to know that there's no possibility to make it absolutely unanimously the same chance for every single person doing it live, same episode. So I definitely want to do the giveaways, but I want to do them one episode after the prize is announced. Let's look at it. How do we do this? How do we do this? I'm going to bring my channel back up here. Boom. YouTube Studio. Content. You guys will be on the same page that I am shortly. Content. Live. Yesterday's show. Go here. Okay, go here. Sick. Web show page. Transition me. So here we go. This skipped ad. This is yesterday's stream. We have our chat being replayed. Got everything going on. Not quite as tight of a camera as today. Hopefully today's a better camera. I'm trying my ass off for the best footage I can do. This is the comment section. This comment section for yesterday's video would be where you were entering if there was a giveaway in this video. So I like to do it by having subscribed people, which I can see every subscriber on my entire channel. Subscribed people throw down a word in the comments section. Those people, the next stream, are drawn from for the prize. That's how this works. So once again, I can't make this clear. A lot of people missed the whole point of this, the way this works last time, but it's very simple. Yesterday's stream, if we'd have had a giveaway, you would have entered after the stream was over in this comment section on the live replay video. Then in today's stream, you would be seeing a winner drawn. That's how we're going to do it. And I think that that's a very fair way to go ahead and kind of like eliminate any possibility of having it not be a level table, because I mean, I'm not here to play favorites with anybody. I have people that I know in the chat, but I would never play favorites in a giveaway for any reason, and I would always let the hands of fate draw the winner as opposed to letting the hands of friendship draw the winner, right? I would never do that. So I think this is the best way to go ahead and ensure a fair drawing for everybody, considering it's going to be some really good prizes. I do want to go ahead and start things off strong too. I want to go ahead and start things off really strong. I want to go ahead and give away a harpoon stock kit. Let me grab the prize. Want to go ahead and give away a limited edition two-tone tan and green harpoon stock for the AEA harpoon. Comes with a rubber butt pad, comes with everything you need to install it, clips over your air gun, 100% provides you a valid way to shoulder that beast, and there are only a couple like this in existence. I give these out to really special people, so I wanted to make the, giveaway the exact same level of coolness. Now, I wasn't gonna do this for everybody, but I think it's only fair. The way that this could be that much better is if we give him the rail kit with it as well. Let's pull the rail kit out and look. Oh yeah. This goes on the AEA Harpoon cartridge-based air rifle. This is a great, great, great little option, so you get a lot more rail space than the factory ever intended you to have with their limiting mindset, and it gives you a fiber optic bead sight right out of the gate. Does fit 50 caliber, does fit 45 caliber, does bolt on with no internal modifications. Mounts with this guy as a perfect match. Absolutely perfect match. This is a very custom set. This is a very, very, very custom set. This is the prize. That's how big I want to start it off. I mean, this is almost 200 bucks. MSRP value at MACABESPEED.com. MACABESPEED.com absolutely making these giveaways happen for us today. So if you like what you see, definitely go check them out. This right here, next stream giveaway. Stay tuned for what the word is going to be that you will need to throw in those comments after this video is over to get yourself entered. That first step though, you have to be a subscriber. I'm not going to make people like, because I don't care whether you like the video or not. I don't make these videos for other people. I make them for myself. I like these videos for myself as much as I like them for the people who enjoy them. But it doesn't matter to me if you like the video or not. You do have to be subscribed, because I mean, that's what puts you in the club, right? And then throw down the secret word as the stream unfolds. In this stream, comments after it's over. Very next stream, we're going to draw a winner in the old school ticker tape style, right? Brass drum, pink tickets, names handwritten on tickets, and we're going to pull it out live on camera. One winner, one backup winner. If the winner doesn't claim the prize within 5 calendar days, the backup winner will be contacted, and they will also have 5 calendar days to go ahead and claim their prize. After that point, the prize is subject to re-giveaway. 10 days and 2 different winners, that's a fair try. So at that point, another person gets to pull. This is really exciting. I'm excited with this. I'm excited with this. I like this a lot. Let's see what everybody's talking about. Maybe people hate it. That's a very cool video. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? I tried, dude. I tried. I can make anybody look cool. Believe it or not, I'm like I'm not the best camera guy in the world, right? I'm not like the most awesome camera guy. I'm no Michael Bay or whatever the case may be. But I suck as a YouTuber comparatively to how good of a film guy I could be for another YouTuber, right? Like if somebody hired me to go ahead and like film for them, man, I could make somebody look so cool. That's where really my heart's at with the whole thing. That's what keeps me filming and keeps me hitting record. Deadeye Danny, welcome to the conundrum. Mike's backyard, welcome, welcome. When you did the racetrack stuff, is when I started watching your channel, Mac. Hell yeah! You know, some people out there really like it, and it was like a. This thing's about to fall. Oh my god! What is happening? Dream fail. What are you doing here? What is happening? Let me make sure I don't show too much. Have some type of like checkbook visible on my fucking stream. All right, man. This is about to bite the dust. What is going on here? I thought it was getting wiggly on me. All right. Well, that's gonna have to last for now, right? As long as a temporary oh fuck! It didn't last at all. This is gold. This is how streams are done. Just so you guys know, in case you were wondering, this is how streams are done. Pro people do it like this. This is how it's done. Back in business, boys. Back in the chat. Bomber to you, the Mac man legend. Thank you, U.S. Space Force fan. Yeah, we are alive. Hell yeah, you are the man. U.S. Space Force. Welcome to the chat. Christopher, welcome to the chat. Do a collab with the collector. New camera is dope. So clear. I still have audio issues with the wind at the range. Sometimes though, just the feedback. You know what the key is? Seriously, have a high quality audio feed on every camera. Just whatever it is, right? If you have your A cam, make sure I didn't hit my tracking. If you have your A cam with one of these little lavalier mics, these are great. It's like $69 for two of these with a receiver. This is what I typically clip on my hat. You guys will sometimes see it with a green light, like just clipped up here or whatever. That's my main audio channel, 100%. I don't put a little wind muff on it because I think it's not necessary. But then I get home and I edit my footage and there's hella wind noise. So it's probably necessary. It's probably necessary. The B camera is the black camera that I've been filming on for the last 4 years, 3 years or so. And on that one, I put a standardized, like traditional Rode style mic on it, but I don't use Rode because it's too expensive, and I use the knockoff version, the Comica, which is about $39 as opposed to $139. I'm trying to do budget as I can, right? I don't like marry my microphones. I marry my cameras and lenses, and I date my microphones. So the cameras and lenses are really where I've invested recently, and those cameras are the ZVE-10 II, which is phenomenal as hell. And what is this? I believe this is an 11 millimeter lens with a 1.8 f-stop for that super good defocus, right? When you see like all the crystal clear details of everything going on with the back of my ugly ass hand, and then you see that hard defocus behind it, that's the 1.4 f-stop. So the lower that F number is, the harder it's going to blur out when you put something up to the camera. People seem to really like that effect. So there's your photo lesson for the day, right? You want a wide angle lens and a low ass F stop, and that's how it gets crispy, right? Let's just do a quick vlog test real quick. Maybe do it without unplugging the camera. When you have the ability to have a close wide angle lens and then that f-stop, that's what that blur is. 1.8 to 2.0, good f-stop. 11 to 13 millimeters, good vlog lens. Oh, watch it throw it on the ground. I'd be so sad, bro. My heart would break right on camera. Oh, I probably lost my whole stream. No, not bad, not bad, not bad. I haven't lost my entire stream. That's cool. U.S. Space Force fan. Cool emoji. I haven't seen it before. I like teal, so anything teal catches my eyes, right? My first batch of stickers was teal. Absolutely cool. I think we've really gone over 100% the giveaways, really hammered that out as far as what we can expect the giveaways to look like going forward. And I'm very happy too, because you know what? They say that the real gift of Christmas is to do the giving. And I'm a big fan of that. I'm a strong proponent of that. If I have something that can make other people's lives a little bit better, and it's something that I may potentially have in excess, or something that might be easier for me to produce because I have a manufacturing company, or whatever the case may be, that shit makes me so happy, bro. Like, it makes me so happy. When I send packages out and I put like an extra bead sight or a bunch of extra sabots or toss an extra mag in that was used in an episode or something and sign the mag, you know, it makes me happy. It makes me happy. Not a lot of stuff in my whole life makes me happy. Weird seeds of truth get thrown into every stream out there if you really look for them. That's one of them. Not a lot of stuff really makes me that happy, but man, getting that like feeling of giving, shit gives me the fizz. See what this guy's talking about. Bomber T, some Airgun content coming? Yes, absolutely there is. I did one video, but I'm going to kind of like spill the beans on it. It's disappointing to me because of the fact that I expected it to be able to run short slugs, and it won't, because the magazine itself is too wide of a bore to accept every single slug that I tried in it in 357 sizing. It only wants JSB pellets. Those are the only things that stay seated in the mag. So in my mind, it's kind of like a high-end car that if you don't have the money to do the $1,000 oil change, and you don't have the money to put, you know, JSB 35 cal pellets in it as opposed to the budget stuff, it might be something you only shoot every now and again. And that's what that video fully shows. I know for the 30 cal one, they offer slug magazines as opposed to pellet magazines. So maybe there's something out there for the 9mm, but I don't know. I'm over here looking at my timeline. Does anybody out there need a harpoon? Definitely do want to delve into that. I got a couple of questions yesterday after the stream was over as far as what exactly was going to be coming with the harpoon that I did have for sale. Going to be coming with the AEA 12 gauge barrels. Going to be coming with the factory 495 50 caliber barrels. Going to be coming with 58 caliber barrels and steel adapters for all of those offerings. Also comes with a space gray rail kit. Also comes with a space gray stock as well. Let's take a look at it. This was a harpoon that I actually purchased from Jim at Texoma. And I purchased it specifically for the idea of doing the comparison between these AEA 12 gauge barrels that will come with this and the harpoon barrels from the 12 gauge harpoon barrels that I got from Jim. So basically, this was a harpoon that was used for one filming episode, and now I have two of them taking up the space that only should be taken up by one. Going to come with a couple of cartridges. Like I said, it is going to come with these super stumpy 58 caliber barrels. I'm keeping my sick purple 51s. I'm keeping my 45 caliber barrels, and I'm keeping Jim's 12 gauge barrels from Texoma. But everything else I feel like is an extra redundancy in my collection, and I will not be hanging on to it. Space gray rail kit comes with it. Both the Black Widow stock and the Space Gray stock both come with it as well. Let's see what's going on in the chat. It was good. Let's watch some videos. I'm going to do that. You're the most honest dude in the platform. That's why I tune in. You give it to us straight. Good and bad, embarrassing. Hey, keep dominating the chat. Do it. No, hey, whatever you want. Hey, I've dedicated all of my bandwidth to you guys this morning, right? All of my bandwidth, 100% is dedicated to you guys. So if you want to chat it up in the chat, it's almost instant response, 100%, because I do want to be able to interact with you guys. I like doing these live streams equally as much as I hope people enjoy being a part of them, because I do like the direct connection. That's why I make my chat so fast, so that I could hopefully instantly respond to people as they come across. Let's see who we got that we can check out to watch. I do know that Shooter 1721 put out a video. I think we might watch it. Well, not all of it. Some of it. Subscriptions. All right, let's bring you guys to what I'm looking at. Web shell. Transition. Cool. That's my homepage. Enjoy it. Read every word. I don't care. All right, let's see. Shooter 1721. Down the list. Texoma Precision Pellet. Yay. Shout out. Tom Green. Shout out. Top Shot Dustin. Toxic Matrix. What up? We Break for Squirrel. Whistling Diesel. Legend. Where's Shooter 1721? Why isn't... Oh, there we go.
Quick with Shooter 1721. Come on, man. Check this out. Tell me that is not absolutely gorgeous. This is a raw HM1000X 30 cal. built for bench shooting. The way this is set up, you can take a look at everything. It's built, and that's what we want to find out. We're going to take it to the 100-yard bench, shoot a full mag, give you the shot string, see how it groups at 100 yards. But you know what? That's enough talking. Let's get to shooting.
Cool.
Okay.
His delivery's gotten so much better. His delivery has gotten so much better. Like, I've been watching this guy ever since forever.
We got less than 100 rounds through it. We got the Arkin EP5 Gen 2 7x35x56. We're shooting JSBs right out of the team. EP5 100 yards. We got a 1 to 2.
At this point, can you gentlemen see what's being projected? Can you guys see this, or is his video actually blurred out? Please throw it down in the chat.
Okay. We'll just hold the same aim point.
Oh, that's good. That's good. As long as it's not like buffering in and out, that makes me happy. That makes me happy because I am doing this not as any other thing than just watching this as a group watch of Rick's video.
Shot 1, 883.
Okay, I think I know what's happening. If I keep the window open, I don't think it will blur you out. Nice. Okay. So I think that's what it is. I think that's what we're looking at. I'm just going to keep the window open then. Oh, good Lord. Got my chat out of there. This is all kind of a new adventure for me, this whole reacting to watching stuff, but it seems cool. Can we get some more volume on Rick's video? Better. Man, he's a killer.
Wow, there you go. And you can see the consistency there. You see I got 3 in the upper, and no, we're not hitting the center mass on the target. We were just going with the same hold point just to see what it would group with 6 in 9 shots. The HM1000X 30 cal out of the box shot.
What do you guys think about that? How does that look to you guys? To me, it looks like just like pretty much every other high-end air rifle. I don't see any like defining features that sets it apart from any other air rifle. I don't know what it costs, but it looks like $1,500 sitting in front of him, $1,700. I've never looked it up. I'm sure you could go on this banner back here, but for me personally, it just looks like every other high-end air rifle. What do you guys think?
This sits me right here. Absolutely love this gun. This is Rick with Shooter 1721. Thanks for watching.
Hell yeah. Shooter 1721's cool, man. He's like a hero to me. Like everything I ever wanted to do has been pretty much modeled by that guy. Right? Like he had an airgun channel, so I like decided I wanted to maybe like try and like make a cool airgun channel. And then he made a video of getting to 1 million views, and I was like, damn, bro made the M video. Holy shit, I want to get to M video too. So like this is one of the old heads in the games, and I recommend every single person, I want every single person right now who's watching my video, go subscribe to Rick Rem and get this dude to 100K because bro is so close. Bro is so close. He deserves a silver play button. He's been out here longer than almost everybody. And I mean, look at his body of work. You got, you know, FX stuff. You got Giordani air rifle stuff. You got the Red Panda, which means nothing to me. Ed Gunbleshi, which is the best gun ever made by any person ever. You know, stuff like this. He's got a lot of stuff going on. I think that he deserves a follow. We should try and get him to 100K. Garrett, he's awesome. He is. He really is. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. He's an amazing dude. Honestly, he pulls off shots that others are incapable of making, or at least incapable of making without quite a large amount of practice. And I don't know. He's a stand-up dude. I've had him on my show before one time. I was proud of that moment. I'm still like happy that he decided to come on my show and be a part of it, right? Like, I mean, that was cool. That was cool that he wanted to go ahead and even be a part of the live stream. If you guys remember that, do throw it down. Do throw it down. If you guys remember this guy, throw it down. R.I.P., brother. This is one of the greats right here also. Damn. Down memory lane. Transition. R.I.P. I will say this. I am so happy that they left his work up posthumously, because we lost a good one here. For sure. Oh, wow. Look at that. See, that's how quick it gets out of hand, and all of a sudden I'm on a different page that I'm not even supposed to be on here. All right. What do you think? Do you guys want to see an awesome video? Do you guys remember the T9 video that I put out? That T9 video that used the oh man, the intro song from Hoffman Tactical. This is the video that actually inspired that. I'm going to have to get better at this navigation thing. I think I'm going to have to get better at this navigation thing. But I will improve. I can promise you that. I will improve, no doubt. You can guarantee yourself that. Anything I try and do, I don't do it to be second best. That was it. KF5 goes super safe.
Thought not from
YouTube, I'm reacting to this. This is not me personally using this, and I'm just showing it for the entertainment and education of all. Thank you. Damn. Hard ass defocus. Look at that background blur, so fire. Savage. Scally cap. You ever think you'll do the big war event at EVR? No way. Dude's cool, man. Hoffman Tactical is cool. He is pioneering on the edge of technology that I am not allowed to partake in my state. Right, in California, all I get to do is vicariously enjoy things like this from a distance. But he's definitely a cool dude, and he's definitely an inspiration to me as far as a filmmaker is concerned. His level of filmmaking, just the establishment of the character in scene here, just the way that he's using a short focal field there and establishing a foreground and a background, establishing the idea of poverty, establishing the idea of being, you know, potentially on the struggle because of the bare feet. This is a good video. Dude is deep. As a filmmaker, I like this. If you like this, stick around. If you don't, there's an X at the top right, man. Ever looked at doing the hats on factor sniper long? I have, and I like it. The look at the cow, it's so timeless. It's like remembering why he's here, home and croft, the securement of home and croft. The green screen bodysuit, yo, the green screen bodysuit, so savage. But you had to do it, right? You have to, even for this, you have to, for YouTube, put the safety glasses on. Obviously, he's in a completely controlled environment. There's nobody around him but him, and he's had to put the safety glasses on. To get what we get out of it, I'll take the safety glasses. Dude's a legend. Dude's a legend. Hoffman Tactical, everybody, hell yeah. As far as the hats on factor sniper long is concerned, I already have the hats on factor, and I have it in the bullpup configuration. I do like the bullpup configuration, but I don't have an extra grand right now. I do want to go ahead and take a peek at another video I did see, though, from someone who has the same gun as me that doesn't act the same as my gun. And I'm like, why is it doing this to me? Oh, really? Is my keyboard going to die at this moment? Oh, that's solid, dog. Approved. Of course the fucking trying to find a person I am subscribed to. Are you guys familiar with a channel called Impact PSI? Maybe I just turn this keyboard off. I could turn back on somehow. No? Do I have a USB-C cord somewhere? No, we're winning all the way around. We are absolutely winning all the way around. My keyboard is so far from me. I'm gonna do the best I can. I want to launch this video for you for sure. It's important because dude has a really good look at the same rifle that I have that I had poor luck with. There it is. That's what's up. I got it. I did it. I actually did it with no
Shortest giveaway ever.
no keyboard.
Now. You have a $300,000 720S launch edition.
Sick.
K cash. We knocked it out of the park.
Okay. So this is a 58 caliber Megalodon. I have a 58 caliber Megalodon. My shit's not at all accurate. It's just not accurate for me. I don't get good accuracy with mine. Other people may have different mileage. Other people may have varying experiences. But this dude seems to be having pretty good accuracy with his rifle. And it's like it's disappointing to me because I paid $1,000 for it. You know, $9.99 for this rifle. I'm buying all my stuff at this moment, so definitely I did pay for it, and I would like to get the same type of grouping that he is able to accomplish as far as this 6x6 is concerned. At shorter distances than it seems like he's shooting, I'm getting worse accuracy with mine by a long shot. And I don't know what the deal is with that. So if it's possible to get accuracy like this at a 58 caliber, I would like that very much. That's a decent group, bro. I'm not getting that. Why? I wish I was getting that. Power. And accuracy. That's narrow. Power. Power. Every time. Those are solid center hits, dude. Mine does not do this. I would love some feedback from 58 cal people. Does your 58 caliber group like this? Because dude's hitting it over the head. And I realistically would be very happy if mine was to do this. And obviously, we're just shooting a cinder block down there. It's not really a grouping thing, but still pretty good. Pretty good example of what's happening here, and it hits every time. So, other than that, I would like to know, like, if you guys have a 58 caliber Megalodon, what's your experiences? Because for me personally, as stated yesterday, I got hit up in the DMs a lot about people saying that I had said do not buy the 58 cal Meg. I didn't like it because mine's just not accurate. But then I see this video this morning and I'm like, is it accurate? Is it not accurate? Do we know? Do we not know? What's really going on here? What's the real story? How can we be objective about this? We can ask the people about it. The people are always going to hold you accountable, so you definitely do want to go ahead and see what everybody out there says. If you're having 58 caliber luck with your Megalodon, I'd definitely love to hear about it. What else we got? I think I have a little bit of coffee left. really want to go ahead and come circle back to the idea of downsizing my airgun collection. And not downsizing my airgun collection because, like, I feel that I'm done with airguns or anything like that, but just downsizing my airgun collection because of the fact that over the time that I've dealt with airguns, I've gotten such a redundant collection that it's time to go ahead and really see what else I can do to give those things new homes. I want to go ahead and do something that might be a fatal risk to the stream. Is that say 13% on that battery? Oh, damn. Might be a fatal risk to the stream, but I'm willing to take this risk. I have a secondary backup mic set up so that I can walk away from this table. If this works correctly, I should be able to pull out all my airgun stuff and show you all the stuff that I'd like to throw into a box and put on eBay. We can go over it all together. Oh, damn, there it is. Wow. Wow. Does work. Is that sick? All right. Let's see what we can do here. Big show? Meh. Cool. All right. This should be fun. Or this should be terrible. No one knows, right? It could be fun. It could be terrible. Let's go ahead and... How do I bring my chat up? My chat will take care of itself for a moment. Here we go. First thing up here, it's stuff like this. This is all the stuff. Like, I'm gonna basically just put everything on on the floor so that I can show you everything that I'm putting into the box here. Let's go ahead and raise the camera up a little bit. Better. Ah, all right, cool, sick, super sick. Stuff like this, old UTG mounts, old cantilever mounts, just rails. I'm like, I got 1,000 of these. There's absolutely no reason to possess all this stuff. And then you go back up top, and you go back up top, and you go back up top, and I'm like, man, this is like a chaotic way to live your life when you have 4,000 pick rails everywhere. This stuff has to go to new homes. This stuff has to go to better places than just sitting and rotting away on top of my desk up here. It can't be like this. Stuff like this, sets of rings, totally good. These are like UTG Magnum rings, right? And I'm just like a hoarder for whatever reason. Rear tank air tube, that's gonna go. It's kind of freeing. If for any reason anybody out there doesn't like what they're seeing on my stream, definitely do feel free to excuse yourself. There's a large X at the top. See what else we got up here. Oh, these are classic. You guys remember these ones? I think these come on the S45s. These come on the, what else? Element Max. Maybe the Megalodons. Stuff like this. Good stuff. But stuff that I just don't use and it sits. I mean, the last time I picked that up, maybe 18 months ago. Four by 32, Ruger scope, just little stuff. Look at my collection of retail. Hey, you know what? Hey, real air gunners really do have that problem, bro. It's a good problem to have, right? Because then it's like, if you do actually need something, then you end up having the ability to build a project without purchasing a bunch of stuff. You know, 350cc air tube. I think it's an HP Max valve on that guy. This is all just going to be put in a box. And you will likely see a lot of it on eBay. Because right now I'm in the good position of having my air guns together, right? Like most of them are all together. Like I could pick up most of them, and even if they're dead on air, I could add the air to them, and they would definitely work for me. So that's a cool thing, right? What is this? This is This is the Gen 1 Zeus air tube from Fox Air Power when I originally got my Zeus, with a little foam sleeve that goes over it. That's cool. And maybe a Terminator valve. What else is on this shelf? What else is up here? Let's see what's in the chat going on right now. Man, I'm still waiting for the Megalodon to release here in Europe. It should be here any day, but it's been delayed so many times. Monster Maze, what up, what up? Welcome to the chat. Because see if that stuff is gold for people starting out. Hey, you know what? It so is. It 100% so is. Let me make sure this moves up just a little tiny bit more. Is that better? Yeah, that's a lot better. All right, I agree with you, Steve. I think it's 100% the truth. If you're just starting out and you're just getting into the hobby and this is all stuff that you don't have, it's absolutely gold. But that's part of the reason why I feel like, you know what? This is stuff that's best rehomed instead of just sitting on my shelf up here that I do need for fulfillment, right? I do need that for fulfillment right now. I'm very limited on space right now, as you can see. It's like there's a lot going on over here. There's a lot going on. But by the same token, 100% space is at a premium. So I'm trying to get my shelf back. I think my camera is about to die. I do think that my camera is about to die. So instead of letting it do so, I'm going to do a hot swap on the battery. The screen's going to go dark for a minute. And bam, there you go. Stream is not over. Stream is not dying. Stream will not be ending. Never stop, never stopping. That's the stream logo. No, it's not. Bang. And back in action, back in action. Sick. Hit the button. Producer Steve know what that button is. Check out what else we got on the shelf. Challenger Pro rails. It's already starting to look better up there. Terminator 30 caliber extended mags. Ooh, this is kind of cool. This is cool. Massive, super massive rings. These are the biggest rings that I have in my whole collection. But for whatever reason, they sent me 2 sets as opposed to 1 and just told me to keep the second set. So now I've got this backup set of 34mm rings and somebody probably be able to make really good use of it. Absolutely just sits here and rots. I know we've all got a handful of stuff that looks like this, right? Tack lights, lasers, rail lights, pick lights, everything like that. We are all air gunners. Everybody's got these for sure. Welcome, Aguilar Air Guns. What else we got up here? Only the real ones are going to remember this. Only the real ones are going to remember this. Not for sale. But this is the Umco Model 60 fly fishing tackle box from one of my very first videos when I showed my hunting pellet collection. This still, to this day, houses hella pellets. But fact of the matter is, almost 14 years ago, started my channel, took one of my very first videos with this pellet box, still in circulation, not being sold. That's just scratching the surface up there, but I feel like I'm at risk of whacking my camera if I decide that I want to mess with it too much more. See what else is on. Let's get rid of this external mic. Oh yeah. How good is that? Not bad, not bad. Honestly, if you've been around my streams at all, you would know that this is actually pretty good. What currently your favorite platform, by the way? Is it still the Blitz or has it since been surpassed? That's such a good question. I'm waiting on an AEA fully auto big bore. You know, let's really key into it. Let's really key into it. As a whole, even with the Airgun, I'm only so excited about air guns. I said it. I said it. I'm only so excited about air guns. It's become a hobby that's so predictable. Like, I love shooting and I love air guns in general, but the more that you delve into the airgun industry at all, the more you really see how much of an elite sport it is. And you'll find more often than not, even though it has the guise of camaraderie in a lot of senses, air guns in general, if you're not part of the cool club, are a very alienating clique in a lot of aspects. And if you think that I'm full of shit, maybe this ain't the channel for you. You know what I mean? But as a whole, as a group, air gun people are kind of a condescending bunch. And because of that fact, I think that like over the time that I've dealt with it, the last 14 years, it's kind of become something that really excited me when I first got into it. And then extremely excited me in 2019 and 2020 when the airgun power explosion hit the market. But now that we've had big power and repeatability and semi-auto capability, full auto capability, whatever you want capability, it's become all right, like, and then, and then, and then. It's the golden age, but everybody still holds their breath because they know that the more the golden age progresses, the closer the industry steps to the regulation that they fear so greatly. And it's like you can be a part of this industry to a point, but if you talk about this industry too much and raise too much attention, you're demonized. So I'm like, man, there's a lot of truth being thrown out here. There's a lot of truth being thrown out here. Let me see if I was scared off my whole chat. Valka Falcon. It's new and upcoming full auto pellet gun, close to 100 FPE. I have seen that one. I don't have the cash for it, but I have seen it. Long story short, I enjoy air guns at this point, not for the same reasons that I enjoyed air guns when I started the hobby. I enjoyed air guns when I started the hobby because I didn't realize prior to that point that you could have a pellet gun as a felon. At that point in my life, I was a felonious individual, right? I had a felony. This point in my life, I don't. But I didn't know back then that I could have a pellet gun. And that was like, all right, cool. This fulfills self-defense, this fulfills hunting, this fulfills small game shooting, whatever the case may be. And I had that mentality, right? And then I did a little bit more research on it, did a little bit more understanding on it, did a little bit more real look at it. And I was like, you know what? This is effective for home defense to a point, effective for hunting to a point, and effective for target shooting and accuracy and enjoying yourself all day long in spades. So it really does fit a niche usefulness, and I really learned that early on. Then once again, that power explosion came as far as like the big power that we've seen. And it became so commonplace to have things that we'd only seen up to that point in the firearm world that I was like, all right, well, this is commonplace now. Because of the fact that I'm not like in love with air guns, I think is one of the assets of this channel because I don't like put them on a pedestal. It's very easy to be objective. If it works really well, that's cool. I have a good day at the range and I'm excited about it. But if it doesn't perform, well, I'm over it. You know what I mean? I'm over it. I think that's the way I feel about the Megalodon at this point too. Like my Megalodon doesn't work good for me and I paid good money for it, you know? So maybe there's something that I could adjust or fix. Maybe there's something I could deal with. But inside of that, it's not like it's not like there's like a dying love for that tool that I bought it for. You know what I mean? I think I've kind of grown to that point in the hobby. And if you've grown, if you're at all like me or have any type of mentality like me at all whatsoever, do throw it down. I would love to hear your opinion on it. To that point, Mac, is why I've collected some of the ones I feel may not be available later on. And see, I agree with that fully. I agree with that fully. But the fact that the industry fears that regulation so much is the one thing that alienates like a certain percentage of the people that could be converted to patrons, right? Like you could have patrons of this sport if the established corporate airgun side would make it more accessible what am I trying to say here? I'm trying not to walk on myself as far as like not liking air guns. But it's not that I don't like them. I just want to be really objective in the sense that I don't love air guns and it makes it easy to judge them. The fact that they're even going to take them away is why you can't have real reviews. The fact that they're even that idea even out there is why people have been demonized on the review spectrum. I want to bring this video up one more time. Cool. 15 years ago, this would have blown my mind. 15 years ago, this would have blown my mind. But today it's like, and I'm not talking about the video, by the way. I'm talking about the tool, the actual air gun, the air rifle itself. And I own this rifle, so I feel like it's fair to say. But I'm like, man, this is totally normal. I know big bores are going to go through a block of gel. I know this is the case. And I think that that's one of the things that I loved about filming race cars was the fact that it was such a dynamic thing, as opposed to with the air guns, it is always going to kind of box you into that review type of a mentality. And I don't know, you know, it's a hard life to be a reviewer. It's definitely a hard life to be a reviewer. I think that this guy's doing a good job though, as far as his videos are concerned. Check out his channel. Where's the really big viewership one? This guy got one video that was off the charts mega. Where is it? Is there an all videos tab? Videos, popular. This one. Look at that. 496K. Hell yeah, brother. You made it on that one. All I can say is, bro, I hope you were monetized. I hope 496K was monetized.
Rock. Looks like they just
Vertical video. Am I the only one who expects energy like this? Am I the only one who expects energy like this? Am I just a sucker? I mean, you could throw it down and tell me. Because honestly, like, I expected to do this.
See how much we can penetrate.
And it's cool, but I mean, it's a big bore air rifle. What do you think it's going to do? And again, this is not a, this comment is not directed at the person making the video, it's directed at the machine itself. Interesting. What's the point? Shit's cool, man. Shit's cool. But I think there's two aspects to air guns. Part of it is shooting your air gun, and part of it is the project experience that you can enjoy with your air gun as well. And I think that the older that I get, I know I'm old, right? I'm like borderline FUD here, borderline boomer. But I think that the older that I get, the more that I enjoy the process of like building the project, almost as opposed to like enjoying the shooting aspect of it more. Because don't get me wrong, I love shooting. I love shooting. I love going to the range. I love doing target videos. I love seeing stuff like that. But by the same token, like, I think I gain more enjoyment now from the physical craft of building the project as opposed to the actual love of the air gun. I just don't love it. I don't love it, right? I love it. I'm very objective about it, and I appreciate them for what they are, but it's not what my passion is. If that bugs you, if that for any reason that makes somebody out there feel like I'm a illegitimate air gunner, I'm totally cool with that. You guys can think what you want. This is like my as transparent of a presentation as I can give to you. My last trip to Big Five, there was a Gauntlet 2, 25 caliber sitting on the wall for sale. PCPs are slowly creeping into the mainstream. They are. In New York State, you need an auto rifle license now just to get a Ruger 1022. So air guns make just plinking and having fun. I agree with that. I agree with that. And see, to that extent, that's excellent. That is excellent if that's allowable for you. But in my case, I live in California, which is a highly restrictive state, exactly like New York, maybe even potentially worse. I mean, they're neck and neck as far as which one's worse on regulations. But by the same token, I can't shoot my pellet guns at my house. They treat it like discharging a firearm in a city limit. There's an absolute statute where I live that says you can't discharge anything via air power, combustion of a explosive gas, a rubber band, a drawstring, or there's a long list. That's the point. There's a long list, right? So even those avenues, even those aspects of air gunning are already being like infringed upon. And I think that's part of what kills a lot of people's joy for it. If I was able, bros, if I was able to legally shoot my air guns in my backyard, as long as I had suitable backstop and I had suitable everything, and it was legal for me to do so, you would have a long format every single day because I would be able to go out and do that. But the restrictions in place prevent that from being an activity that makes an air gun viable at my house and puts it into the box of turning it into a firearm related crime if I shoot it here. So I'm like, well, they're already treating these things like firearms. They're already treating air guns like firearms. And if I have to like jump through all these hoops anyways to shoot a firearm, I mean, I can't shoot that at my house. I can't shoot my air guns at my house. Well, minus the cost of ammo, what's the real difference? You know, I start to think about it. I think some people who have restrictive areas like myself also, at least if they have firearms in something they're able to access as a person, I think that's a question that we're starting to ask. Because I mean, even in that last video of Impact PSI, when dude was clicking those 58 caliber rounds off, he was clicking stuff off at like $1 a shot. So to make that video is $30 to $50 in ammunition, depending on how many shots he took, depending on how many are off camera, depending on what the case may be, not including the cost of the ballistic gel. It's an expensive hobby, which once again brings us back to the elitism portion of the hobby. Mike Hanna, what was up with the Discovery Opt scope? You never use it. The Discovery Opt scope, Mike Hanna, great question. I do use that Discovery Op scope, and it is phenomenal. It's probably the best optic in my entire collection, hands down, bar none. The reason why I am rehoming those rings is because I received 2 sets of rings that were identical in that box, and I only need 1, right? Why have 2? Jay, yeah, seriously, if you have land and can shoot, the actual guns start to make more sense. Even if I had land and could shoot air guns, I don't dislike air guns. I like air guns. I like shooting my air guns. I dislike the amount of physical regulation, just like the drones, right? Like I used to be able to fly my drone wherever I felt like it with absolutely no problems. I used to be able to fly my drone and take off, no problem. Now I got to have some weird monitor thing that, reports to the government every single place I take off and every single, aspect of my flight telemetry and all this other shit. And I'm like, dude, that is the thing that people don't like. People don't like the prohibition-based policies that are being enacted on these high horsepower hobbies. Drones a high horsepower hobby. They got it locked down already. Air guns are a high horsepower hobby. It's definitely one of those things that they will eventually move to regulate. I am certain of this. In my lifetime, I will see the extinction of the air gun being not considered in the same level as a quote unquote firearm. I don't see them changing the definition of a firearm because that's a very difficult move to try and make no matter who you are. Changing the definition of a firearm, probably not going to happen. But if you told me that they're going to make it like a taser to where like prohibited people can't get a taser, prohibited people can't get pepper spray, prohibited people can't have a plate carrier, it's like there's like this whole list of items that you can't have if you're a prohibited person, and I do see it moving that direction. It's crazy to hear that some parts of the U.S. have stricter rules than my country. That's correct. I'm allowed to shoot my air guns at my home as long as the projectile does not leave the property line. And see, I really do wish that would make it to where this hobby was more fun for me as a thing if it was less restrictive and gave people the freedom to use common sense as opposed to mandated common sense, right? Mandated common sense means, well, it's illegal to use your air gun at your house, so it's not going to have any accidents. Common sense says that if you have a good backstop and you use your eyes as the scope and your finger as the safety, that you'll be okay. But not a lot of people believe that way, right? So we have these laws in place to where a lot of areas in California, it's not legal to shoot a pellet gun in your backyard. One of the main factors towards wanting to leave too. I thought that when I moved to the house that I'm living in currently, that this was an area where I was going to be able to shoot my pellet guns, and it turned out that it is not. It's crazy. These streams get long quick. Probably completely canceled myself because I'm like, I don't like air guns. It's like, nah, it's not that I don't like air guns. I think that's like the number one thing that I want to like sum up with that whole segment. It's not that I don't like air guns. Where's my big ass frame? I've just become disillusioned with the whole like idea that this was an alternative that you could do at your house in lieu of firearms, because it's not anymore. It's not, at least for me, maybe if you live in different states, it's something that's still available to you, but it's not that I don't like the air guns. It's that I don't like all of the restrictive policies and rules that are cropping up around air guns that have made it more restrictive in the time that I have been enjoying the hobby. That is what I want to say right there. If you have a skilled job where you can go and get out of there, man, there are so many great states. I wish I could. I want to also. I do want to, but I don't make money on YouTube very much. It's not a lot. Like, I'd be in poverty. If I had no other job except YouTube, I'm in absolute destitution. That's how little this type of a thing makes. Even with almost 100K, 85,000 subscribers roughly. Like, I would be destitute if I had to live on YouTube. So I have to keep my 9-to-5 job, right? 9-to-5 job is a very good thing. I've worked myself into a position where I'm in a lead role at my company that I worked for, and it would be very difficult to try and replace that. I think that that's something that would be very difficult to try and replace. As much as I want to make those impulsive, like, get out of Dodge, pull up stakes type moves. I had to think about what's best for my family, right? And the well-being there. I have to think about my fact that my wife is a recovering cancer patient and she needs insurance that my job provides. So it's like, I'm not trapped here, but I'm definitely uh imprisoned while a free man due to circumstance. As far as my geographic location is at this point, I don't have the ability to leave because of extenuating circumstances. I wouldn't want to like live in a place that was more conducive to filming YouTube and then have my whole family suffer for, generationally because of it, right? We should be able to use them. You should be able to use them on our property. That's people who lack the common sense. That's a problem. LLC 24/7. I can't agree with you more. And honestly, if anybody out there hasn't subscribed yet to LLC 24/7, do definitely go ahead and take a second to do so. Good guy, good reviews, good channel to go ahead and pay attention to. Really putting out some solid stuff. The common sense issue. Common sense has gone downhill in the last 10 years for sure. I've seen common sense somewhat evaporate. Let's go ahead and see what else we got here. I think that might be just about it. Yeah. Been streaming for a little while here. Let's see how long we've been streaming. About an hour and a half. Not necessarily the most optimal time. If this is too early in the morning on a Sunday morning, 9 a.m. for you, definitely do throw it down in the comments. But I think I am going to go ahead and drop you off that phrase that pays. Whether or not I'm disillusioned with air guns, that has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that we will continue to have giveaways. The word for the day is realist. R-E-A-L-I-S-T. Realist. After this stream is over, definitely do make sure you're subscribed. Go down into the comment section below as we described. If you, after this stream is over, enter that word realist into the comment section and you're subscribed, next stream, we're going to go ahead and do a drawing. That drawing is going to 100% get you entered. For the camouflage harpoon stock kit and rail kit. You do not have to purchase anything. You do not have to pay anything. You do not have to donate. You don't have to do anything other than be subscribed and throw down the word realist in the comments section once this video is over. That's going to get you entered. We'll do the brass bingo wheel style drawing that everybody loves so much, and we'll all have a good time together. Making winners, not excuses, right? Absolute air guns, Hawaii, getting ready to fire up. Very same thinking. Mike Hanna. Jay, well, that was fun, man. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for the advice. You got it. Absolutely. Thank you to every single person who's gone ahead and taken the time out of their Sunday morning to be with us here on this live stream. Always throw it down in the comments and find my email address if you want to get a hold of me for any reason in this show in the description below as well. I won't be entering. I already have one. Good luck to all. LLC 24/7. Hell yeah. Sounds good, brother. All right, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so you can stay current on the chat as well as when these videos come out. If you really like what you saw today, make sure you share it so that somebody else can see it. And I'll catch you boys in the next one.